Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, as you've probably seen already, we did okay on defense this week. Basically all the dark defense is trying to do. I actually decided to go... I was like debating between multiple teams, but I think I'll be sticking with this from now on, just running my +6 Lona with an okay attack stat, nothing amazing. It's decent enough, but the problem is she can't double things. So that's kind of a problem. I could run Axe Breaker to tech super hard against some low res Brave Ikes and stuff, but I don't really feel like it's worth. They're just getting set up here. At this point, everyone's just trying to dodge the bolt trap. That's obviously real. But they're just gonna hit and run here. Pretty standard stuff, but they don't really run, so we can get a hit in here against Peony. Unfortunately, we can't double. We only have 33 speed, so kind of a problem there. Ophelia doesn't actually kill 10 out of 10. So Marita's just going to be able to pick up the kill because of having some damage reduction shenanigans. But now Sothis is just free kill. And now at this point, they barely don't die to Lilna. Of course, she's running a bunch of death blows, so she has no enemy phase attack. Feels bad, man. That's how it goes. But they've left Sonya behind. We all know that's not a great idea. So we're just gonna pick up another kill there. And at this point, they definitely can win if they want to, and they do choose to, so feels dirt, man. We got our 2 kills though, and that's all that really matters. Because that's a -0 for us. But pretty normal patterns and stuff. I was debating for a lot. I was waiting to see if people would exploit the street lamp. And someone did, so I ended up changing it back to where I originally was going to put it. But I just wanted to see how long it would take till people would exploit that structure placement. Because that's definitely something I don't see a lot of people do nowadays. Like, most of the time you don't need to exploit ornament placements, but it can be pretty darn powerful when you do it right. Can definitely just straight up win matches. I've had a couple of pretty interesting matches in the Ether Raids offense series where if the opponent did not place the ornaments where they did, then I would have just had no way to win. But sometimes that's all it takes, ornament placement. I'm guessing they're just gonna run away, but clearly that's not the greatest idea. Of course, we don't have ground orders now, so our mobility is even more garbage. Like, if we had ground orders on Lilna there, she would have been able to attack Brave Ike. Probably not even close to one-shotting, but actually it might be somewhat close to one-shotting, but I mean, yeah, it's not great. So now they're going to barely miss the kill on Sylvia. So unfortunately we don't get the dance because Sylvia can actually do damage. And well, they have Brave Veronica, so they're safe from Vantage, and even if they weren't able to kill Brave Veronica, we saw there that Brave Ike lived the shot, so unfortunately Seliph just can never have too much attack. Like, attack defense bond is nice when it's active, but most of the time when he's in Vantage range it's not. So he doesn't get that 5 defense and that 5 attack, which would be pretty huge, to be honest. Here I guess they're just setting up Celica. Kind of surprised they didn't set up the other Celica, but that's how it goes sometimes. Kind of strange for them not to break the heal or tactics room. There's almost no reason for them not to. Kind of an interesting, and then they just break it there, so that's very interesting. And then they do this, so very confusing play, to be honest. I would not personally do that. Looks like Selif's going to set up Celica. 10 out of 10. Of course, Selif is going to live this. Now he's in vantage range, so they can't do anything. Yeah, that's kind of the awkward part about bringing that many ranged units. And having double Sothis means Selif can actually get an okay res stat, which means a lot of the times he can definitely live one round from basically any mage, unless they're like quadding him or something. So if you have a bunch of squishy ranged units, then well, that vantage isn't going to work too well in your favor. Yeah, they're just gonna plop Noe here, and yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, this team's blue coverage is Sonya, and she's not very well merged, which you'll see comes into play here, because we barely missed the kill on Noe, but you know, that's still missing the kills, so feels dirt, man. And of course, Lona's not going to be able to do much against the weapon triangle. But yeah, definitely weak to a lot of blue units. Just because Sonya is there doesn't mean you immediately just lose the matchup here. But this person kind of exploits the street lamp, so they can just put a Versa there. But really, I just decided after that to change it, but realistically it doesn't really matter too much. Here Selif does a decent amount to Noe, but again with 71 HP, it's like even if she had like next to 0 defense, she would probably still be able to tank it just from raw HP, which is just another way raw HP tanking is pretty strong, especially if you're pretty fast. Here we have Legendary Eloid. Personally, kind of about that. Speed res bond's kind of interesting, but it makes sense. It's just that general bond skills and Ether Raids is a little suspicious, as is. They're just getting set up here as usual. At this point, I honestly don't feel like upgrading Tactics Room any further. Very confused why they didn't just break the Ether Amphoret or Ether Fountain there. There's no reason for them not to. Like I don't understand why would you just not break it? Especially if you're just gonna break it then, like I don't know. Doesn't really matter too much. They're just gonna get some AoE chip damage. They can break the healing tower, but they decide not to. And they have Blazing Light, so kind of a weird choice for an AoE special. And of course, Ophelia is out in the wild against Selif, and she lives by 1, so 100% rigged Kaplan. Attack Refine would get the kill there, but I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Here, Ophelia actually barely kills there because if her AoE special didn't do enough damage, you would have just lived a hit, which would have been funny. That's not how things go though. Sylvia actually going meme mode and picking up the kill there. And here's where it's like, it's really debatable whether I should go drawback or just no assist on my ranged units, because if I put an assist unit on my ranged units, then we run into the problem where if it's just ranged units and Sylvia left, the ranged units are going to move first and everything's going to go terribly wrong. But if we don't run drawback and stuff, then they're just going to end up, well, They're just going to end up not doing very well, is all we're gonna say. So then they're just gonna overextend and then they get sniped off. Pretty much what happens. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation. 10 out of 10. This version just has decked out stuff, so in general, this team can't do anything. Basically, the only chance of like 1v1ing Kronia and stuff is if Seliph can live, but of course with Bolt Tower in the most popular column in the game, I think it's the most popular column. I think the second most is probably column 4. Some people do tech like column 2 or 5 if they're super paranoid about certain particular map setups. Here, Konya actually barely picks up the kills, so it's like, maybe, just maybe, if we meme hard enough, we could do something about that. But in general, Seliph, when he's not at full HP, is definitely not as strong. Sure, if you're in Vantage range, have a super high cooldown special ready, you should generally do pretty well. And there again, Kronia is barely picking up the kill on Sylvia, who has like no defense. Of course, I believe that Kronia wasn't fully merged up as well, so there's that. I might have overlooked that, but it's just kind of like maybe, just maybe, we can meme some Kronia users if we try hard enough. We have quite the interesting team. Definitely a mishmash team. Bringing a healer is okay. It helps tech against Vantage and stuff, which seems like it's going to be pretty important here. And it looks like they're just going to attack Sothis, but it would be a bit unfortunate if all your buffs got flipped upside down and you got hit by max level Bright Shrine. But he didn't. I don't think he got hit by Bright Shrine. No, he did. Something like that, yeah. So, So they're gonna get the Panic Smoke off, which is cool, but Sel's gonna get a big juicy proc in, and Shannon's not gonna be able to heal that much off, so he's just completely vulnerable to Lilina and Sonya here, but Sonya of course has Glacies and Dark Excalibur, so she's going to hit like a truck. Even though he's red, because of course being debuffed isn't too great. And they kind of leave their units like this, and this is just a recurring theme. Sonya against Peony, Sonya never doubles. So you'll see that a couple more times this season. Sonya just cannot pick up any kills when she doesn't have her special up. 10 out of 10. And here again we have they didn't have very many options because of course Lilina is going to move first and get danced. So they end up sacking their air there, and so they're just going to surrender. But yeah, just recurring themes week after week. Nothing incredibly special here. Decently merged up Brave Ike. Low attack defense, definitely kind of interesting. I personally do not like it, other than for the extra damage output. Because I don't know, low attack, like, that'll help you against some rally trap teams, like some generic, like, AoE Ophelia shenanigans. Because a bunch of folks think, like, Brave Ike is green, therefore he can live Ophelia, but it's like, his res stat to start with is not amazing, and if you're just using like peonies or like 1 air or something, his res stat isn't that high. So if you face like a super high merge Ophelia with like 70-80 attack, and Brave Ike over here has like I don't know, 30, maybe 40 res if you're really trying, Like, even if he has 40 res, 80 attack is still like 60 damage off of blazing AoE. So if you're not running like close call or repel and actually outspeeding Ophelia and stuff, that's pretty yikes. You don't want to run into that. But here their Brave Ike is decently fast thanks to double peony and of course having Flower of Joy. So they're able to do this. And they make a pretty interesting decision here to repo like that because this peony's here. I don't know if they like mistapped or something, that's totally possible, but they did not need to reposition this peony out. She was going to not get doubled. And there's absolutely no way she was going to get one shot. So it's kind of weird for them to do that, but could have been a mistap. I do it plenty of times too when I'm using reposition or just dragging around moving a unit. Sometimes you might drag too far and accidentally repo. It happens, but yeah, they definitely did not need to drop 2 units there. For sure. But with that, that basically guarantees we don't, or that guarantees, that doesn't basically guarantee, it does. Guarantees we don't lose any more lift this season, but here they have their infantry school in the perfect tech location because this is a pretty popular setup idea for infantry units and stuff. Mine is pretty bad. It's just a mishmash of units and double Sothis to abuse blessings. It's a very simple gimmick, very low punish range, so it's super easy for folks to pick up kills and stuff. So here, you know, you would expect a hit and run. Makes sense, right? But then they do this. So it's just like question marks across the board. Like, what? Huh? I would have ran. This is just giving up free kills. So now, Seliph, it's like Seliph doesn't even need to kill that because Lona does it for him. So he picks up the kill on Lysithea, who definitely was not going to tank a ton of units at the same time. But yeah, kind of awkward there. But another okay season. This defense is basically trying to just stay below like minus 200. Because realistically, that's about as much as I expect to get from the speed climbing. But not too terribly. I don't think we'll make top 6K. We'll see. Bunch of people wait really close to the end to finish their Ether Raids matches and stuff. So Allegiance Battle is a pretty weak season this week, so we went up in rank compared to last week, the last few weeks actually. And Arena we're just dropping because there's absolutely no way we can compete with our +3 legendary mark when people have like +10 legendary Hectors and stuff and they can abuse blessings. So not even close, not gonna try. I don't even think I could make it unless I did some ridiculous stunts. And even then that would still require a crud ton of fishing, so, and burning blessings that would be for like 1 week. So definitely not worth. And Arena Assault, unfortunately, the matchmaker has been trolling way too hard. This is like one of the few weeks where I could have gone for top 1K because, again, not the greatest combination of seasons, although with currently legendary Edelgard out, Fire season just got a pretty huge boost to scoring, but even so, I don't have any blessings to abuse in my Arena Assault team for Fire season, so our score range is still stuck at 746 to 760. So if we high roll enough, we can make top 1K, but the matchmaker just isn't giving it to me. But anyways, we'll be back if there's more replays, but most likely we'll be back when the results drop in. And turns out we got one more, so let's check it out. I'm guessing I can tell how this is gonna go. Sure is all I'll say. I mean, it's not bad. There's just some issues with what I'm expecting. I have some ideas of what might happen. Yeah, I haven't watched this yet, but I have some ideas. Oh boy. They're definitely taking a lot more time than they should be. That's what I'll say. If they time themselves out, that would be super feels bad, man. Pretty decent idea there, but that is not a decent idea. We all know you can't one-round KO Seliph. So we all know the Wings of Mercy is gonna happen. Of course, the ruse is really nice for the guard. How do they drop another unit here, is my question. Because no one's really a threat at this point. I guess maybe Sothis is potentially a threat. But he's got a special almost ready. How does he drop another unit here? I'm actually confused. Is it just going after the ether structures? Like what? Okay. What? I'm not sure what that's about. What? I'm so confused. I guess at that point they're like, it doesn't, we'll see if, I don't know. I'm guessing their plan was after dropping Peony they were just going to use Escape Ladder, but that was kind of weird. But we'll be back when the results drop in. Well, here we go. Just the normal shenanigans. If it won't lag. Well, we just scraped by and made top 6k, so that's, I guess, some useful information. But armor school, so not looking forward to that. That's not gonna be great. I mean, it's not detrimental for me, it's just that needing to have it on my setup has its own problems, but we'll deal with them somehow. And I have no idea why it's lagging, because I'm using Wi-Fi and literally right next to my router. So that's kind of awkward. Just go to this team because why not? Not top 1k in Arena Assault though, but more top 1k Allegiance battles. I think I'll be set for a while in Allegiance battles, and the more time goes on, the more likely I'll be able to maintain it as I get more pair-ups in different seasons, because you can definitely tell when it's like Earth season or water season, or when it's not water season, ranks spike up past me, and when it's water season I spike past other people. So I usually go like top, I forget, 100, 200 during water season because of that. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!